numbers. Now we discuss about the square and the square root. If the number is multiplied by itself, the product so obtained is called the square of that number, or we can call it x into x square. It is called the square of itself. This is called the square. Now square has some different properties. First of all, how we can get the square of a number? There are many tricks available. Among them, one of them is 1 square is 1. So the square is 1. If you want the square of a 2, in between, we write down 2, 1 plus 1. This is 4. And for the square of a 3, then add 2, 2, and then add 1, 1. You see it will become a 9. For 4 square, 4. Then you add 3, 3 to both sides. 2, 2. And then 1, 1. Add them. Your resultant will be a 16. And so on. For 5 square, 5. Add 4. Add 3. Add 2. And add 1. You will get 25. For 6 square, 6, 5, and then 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. Get the total. It will become a 36. For 7 square, 7, 5, 4 to both sides, 3 to both sides, 2, and 1, 1. Get the total. It will become 49. And so on, you can proceed it. This is a trick to find out the square of any number. Now the square has some different properties. About them, the square of a natural number is called a perfect square. The first point, the square of a number is never be a negative. You can do the square of anything, it will always be a positive. And when you do the square of any number, you will see it never ends with these digits 2, 3, 7, or 8. You can try any one of them. And if you do the perfect square of any number with a 0, then you will see the number of zeros are always be a even. Like 10 square, 100, you have 2 zeros. Right, 100 square is 10000, then it has a 40. They are also even in a number. The square of an even number is always be a even. You can take the example 2 square 4, 4 square 16, 6 square 36. They all are even. The square of an odd number is odd, like 3 square 9, that is odd. 5 square 25, that is also odd. 7 square is 49, that is also a odd. And the sum of a first n odd natural number is n square. Note this point. 1 square, 2 square. The sum of the first n odd natural number is the sum of first n odd natural number 1, plus 2 plus 3. These are three odd natural number. Their sum is 3, 4, 5 and 6. Sorry, odd. The sum of first n odd natural number. First is 1, then next odd number is 3 and 5. Their sum is their number square. They are 1, 2, 3, 3 in a number. It is 3 square is equal to 9. 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 1, 9. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. These are first four odd natural numbers. So their sum is 16. 7 plus 5, 12. 15 and 1 is 16. These are the properties for the square of the numbers. The next is to find out the square root. How we find the square root? We start it in the next one. To finding the square root. The square root of a perfect number can be found out by prime factorization of the square. This is called a method, prime factorization, or by prime factorization method. For example, if you have to find out the square root of a 225, use the prime factorization method like this. Prime number 3, divide again with 3, it is 25. 5 into 5, 25, and 5 into 1. So the square root of a 225 is which is square root of a 3 square into 5 square. 3 into 5 is equal to 15. One more example, if you have to find out the square root of 576. Again, we use the prime factorization method. The prime number 6 is the last digit, so we start with 2. Then again with 2, 7 and 72. 2, 3, 6, 6, 12, 18. 2 into 9, 18, and 3 into 3. So the square root of a 576, all the prime factors. So 2 into 2, one pair. 2 into 2, the another pair. The next pair, which is 2 into 2 into 2 and 3. Your answer is 24. This is a method by which we can find out the square root by the prime factorization. The next method is known by the name called a division method. The second method is called a division method. In division method, to find the square root of a natural number, here is a stepwise procedure. First, make a pair of digits from right to left. And if the number of a digits is even, then we have a complete pair. If the number of a digit is odd, the last digit on the extreme left will remain the single. I again repeat, if the number of a digits is even, then we have a complete pair. But if the number of a digit is odd, the last digit on the extreme left will remain the single. The second point, look for the number whole square is equal to or less than the number of extreme left, the pair which left in the extreme position, whether it is a pair of or if it is a odd or you are left with a single digit. Then this number will be divisor as well as quotient. The next step, subtract the product and then you bring down the next pair. To the right of the remainder. Next step, double the quotient and write as divisor as tens digit. The fifth one, look for the number whose square will be equal to or less than the dividend. This is a stepwise procedure. Now, we try to find out the square root of 625. First step, make the pair of a digits from right to left. As usually I said, if they are even in number, then you have a final, all are in a even pairs. But if they are odd in number, then you are left with a single digit. Next, look for the number whose square is equal to or less than the square. Use this one. So 2 into 2, 4. Subtract the product and bring down the next digit. Pair, right to the this. Then he says, double the quotient. Double the quotient and write as a divisor. The double of a 2 is 4 and as a tens digit. Now, look for the number whose square will be equal to or greater. It is like this, 41 into 1, 42 into 2, okay, 43 into 3, 44 into 4, 45 into 5, use this one. So the square root of this is 25, right? This is a perfect square. And when you do not have any value as a perfect square at that time, wait, here we take one more example. Like we have to find out the square root of 15129. So start the square root. The first point, make a pair of digits from right to left. Look for the number whose square is equal. Yeah, 1 into 1, 1. Subtract the product and bring down the next pair. Double the quotient. The quotient is 1. Double it and place it as a tens digit. Start getting the table. 21 into 1. 22 into 2. 23 into 3. It is 44 because 69 is more than 51. Subtract and move down the next pair. Double the quotient. Keep it as a tens digit and look for another table. I write it down here. 241 into 1 is 241. 242 into 2. 243 into 3. 'Yes. So the square root of this is 143. Now we take the example by division method for those which are in a points. Here is a stepwise procedure, and now we have to find out the square root of 180.9025. Make the pairs. 1 is left with you. Okay. So it is 1 into 1. Subtract. Move down the next pair. Double the quotient. Okay. Then use the table. 21 into 1. 22 into 2. 23 into 3. And 24 into 4. We use 69. 96 is more than 80. So 23 into 3, it is 69. Subtract, we will get the remainder and move the next pair. The next pair is after the point, so therefore here you can apply the point. And double the digit, the double of a 13 is 26. Now we again move 261 into 1, 262 into 2, 263 into 3, 264 into 4, and 265 into 5. 1325 is greater than 1190. So therefore we use 264 into 4. subtract, move the next pair and double the quotient. The double of 134 is 268. Now again start 268, 1 the 268, 2 into 2, 268, 3 into 3, 268, 4 into 4, 2685 into 5. Yes. So therefore, the square root of is 13.45. Okay. Now we do one more example. We have to find the square root of 0.053361. Start making the pairs from your left hand side. Now the first value is after the point, so here you can apply the point. For 5, your table will be 2 into 2, 4, 1. Move the next pair, do the double of the quotient and use it as a tens digit. Now 43, use the table, 41 into 1, 42 into 2, 43 into 3, 44 into 4. It is more than 133, so therefore we use 43 into 3. Remainder is 4. Move the next pair, which is 461. Double the quotient. The double of a 23 is 46. Yeah, it is really simple. 461, the 461 and cancel. So therefore, the square root of 0.053361 is 0.231 is your answer. Now we discuss to find the square root of a number which is himself not a perfect square. So if the number is not a perfect square, so many times it is decided up to what decimal places you have to find it out. Let's suppose we have to find out the square root of a 2 up to 3 decimal places. 2. So you can make the pairs and keep them even. Keep it as single. The table is 1 into 1. The remainder is 1. Now you can move the next pair, which is after a point. So you apply a point here and do the double of the quotient 2. Use it as a tens digit. 24 into 4 is 96. 25 into 5 is more than 100. So 24 into 4, 96. When you subtract, you will get your remainder 4. Move the next digit and do the twice. Twice of the quotient 14 is 28. So 281 into 1 is 281. And if you do 282 into 2, it is more than that. It is more than 400. So therefore we do 281 into 1 is 281. Subtract. Your remainder is 11. 119, sorry. Move the next pair. Twice of this, twice of 141 is 282. Start the table. 282, 1 into 1. Then 282. 2 into 2. Then 282, 3 into 3. Then 2824 into 4. Two eight two five into 5. It is more than 11900. So we use this one. Okay, Jim. Because we have to find out the square root up to 2 decimal places. So we leave here, and the square root of a 2 is your answer, right? Now, one more example. We have to find out the square root of this number up to 3 decimal places. The square root 0. Make the pairs. The division start up for the values after the point. So you can apply a point here. The best 5 into 5 is 25. Subtract, move the next pair, do the double of the quotient. But if you start the table 1, 0, the first one is 1. That is more than 79. So it is less than that. So therefore you can move the another pair also. For that, then you can apply 0 here, and his double is 100. Now the table 1001 into 1. And finally, I will take you straight forward. It is 1007 into 7 is 7049. It is 911, because we have to find out the answer up to the 3 decimal places. So therefore the square root of this is 0.507. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe the channel for more updates.